Greetings and a heartfelt welcome, everyone. I hope you're all faring well. I'm Dr. Jean Marie, and I am delighted for you to tune in to our conversations on love. This episode is entitled How to Seek Truth and Why It is Important. That which is false troubles the heart, but truth brings joyous tranquility. Quoted by Rumi. The knowledge of truth is empowering and guides us to an ethical manner of living and being in the world, and guides us to purposeful living. Truth is the symbol of light and love. And we are shaped by our values and beliefs that may be questioned as we become more self-aware and may find ourselves on a quest for truth to make sense of our mortal existence. As Buddha quotes, those who have failed to work toward the truth have missed the purpose of living. Truth, defined by Cambridge Dictionary, is a quality of honesty and not containing or telling any lies. Truth is important and frees us from ignorance, corruption, and needless suffering. Loss of freedom is evident in misinformation and lack of truth that impinge on our personal freedom. The biblical quote, "The truth will set you free," cited in John chapter 8, verse 32, is applicable to everyday life. And being truthful inspires us to live in love. I love this quote by Buddha. With gentleness, overcome anger. With generosity, overcome meanness. With truth, overcome deceit. And before you speak, think. T, is it true? H, is it helpful? I, is it inspiring? N, is it necessary? K, is it kind? Lovely analogy of think. In today's time, we are confronted with the traps of untruths that infiltrate organizations, the media, and other establishments and influence our beliefs and interaction with others. And it leads to deceit, damaged reputations, and decreased trust. And many are seeking justice and human dignity worldwide because of corruption and greed and lack of compassion. Unfortunately, we witness leadership motivated by intense craving for power and greed that can lead to self-destruction and harm to others. The self-centeredness and excessive longing for acquisition and material gain at any cost may be the result of maladaptive behaviors and unresolved feelings that cannot be fulfilled outwardly. And this behavior is demonstrated in all facets of society where truth is sacrificed for personal favors and gain with no regard for human welfare. But truth always prevails. Seek, hear, learn, and love it. Truthfulness matters to society as a whole and enables us to grow and learn from life experiences. Buddha quotes, life doesn't allow for us to go back and fix what we have done wrong in the past, but it does allow for us to live each day better than the last. Truth can be achieved by the following 5 strategies. Be sincere. Adopt a critical thinking mindset. Be your own yardstick. Keep a healthy balance and live your truth. And I shall highlight each. First, be sincere. Sincerity is an ingredient in the spectrum of love by Henry Drummond and builds character. Love is not what you say, love is what you do, as quoted by Buddha. Being sincere builds character and helps you live in integrity with yourself. And Buddha quotes, no matter how educated, talented, rich, or cool you believe you are, how you treat people tells all. Integrity is everything. By being sincere, we accept what is real, strive to get at facts, and search for truth with a humble and unbiased mind. As quoted by Buddha, always speak how you feel and never be sorry for being real. It involves practicing self-restraint by refusing to expose the weaknesses and flaws of others. Sincerity of purpose endeavors to see things as they are and rejoices to find them better than what was feared. Sincerity brings trust, encourages honesty, and fosters deep connections with others. And as we practice sincerity, this ingredient of love, it gives us a sense of self-worth. We're credible and reliable. We become better for ourselves and more compassionate with others, which extends to all areas of our life. The better person you become, the better people you attract. Quoted by Buddha. Next, adopt a critical thinking mindset. Truth seeking makes sense of the path and opens the doorway with a fresh outlook for the future. And a critical thinking mindset enhances clarity, fairness, and encourages creative problem solving. And in order to make sound judgment about an event or situation, critical thinking is necessary to form an unbiased analysis and evaluation of factual evidence. And this may include making informed decisions based on several resources through observing, collecting relevant facts, questioning, reflecting, and reasoning. And as we conceptualize and synthesize information, this can guide our communication, beliefs, and activities. So have the courage to ask questions in reference to what is said, where the information originated, and motives behind the information provides a different perspective on discerning truth. And a profound quote by Buddha, if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Truth brings you in harmony with yourself. You're in harmony in how you feel, what you say, and what you do. Moreover, adopting a critical thinking mindset helps us become objective, organized, open minded, and self disciplined. And by adopting this as a habit, we can make decisions without a rush to judgment based upon personal feelings, self centered emotions, and societal beliefs. Rajani states, if you want to seek truth, then hold to opinions for or against it. Barriers to critical thinking can result in loss of resources, relationships, and opportunities. So, critical thinking mindset can be incorporated in our daily life to give us a wider view and shape how we relate and interact with others. Next, be your own yardstick. Be true to your values and let that be reflected in your actions. We all can identify with feelings of unworthiness that can be triggered at any moment. Our tendency to live up to the expectations of others and compare ourselves to others reinforces feelings of unworthiness that can lead to frustration and disappointment. Cultural and societal influences may promote faulty beliefs and conditioning about what is considered beautiful and successful that is absorbed subconsciously. And as quoted by Jita Krishnamurti, the man who is seeking truth is free of all societies and cultures. This is evident in societal media where users excessively post images of physical appearances, social outings, material accomplishments that may be pretentious illusions of their own reality and the reality of life. And negative aspects of social media highlights depression, anxiety, loneliness, and even suicidal thoughts. There's no perfect life. And as Anne Lamott quotes, perfectionism is the voice of the oppressor. Determine your own yardstick to achieve personal satisfaction and contentment. Have a vision for your life that encompasses your dreams, values, and reasonable goals and the lifestyle desired. Accept yourself and move through life with grace and ease. Step into your personal power knowing the truth of who you are. We sacrifice our truth when we do not feel worthy and lose ourselves in the context of personal and social relationships. You are worthy and enjoy the present moments on your life's journey. And embracing your true self puts you in integrity with yourself. So make a commitment to be in integrity with your values. Hold yourself accountable and be your own yardstick to become the best version of yourself. Next, keep a healthy balance. We do not have to live in fear, trying to fit in, risking being an outcast. Adopt standards for living that enhance your life. Examine your life and take note in how you are spending your time, energy, and resources. Pay attention to how you feel. What do you need to let go? What adds value to your life? And manage your life with purpose by taking responsibility for your choices. And be intentional in caring for yourself, allowing time for activities you enjoy, and be willing to say no. Ultimately, you're in charge of your life and what brings you comfort, well being, and joy. Next, live your truth. What are your beliefs and principles that influence the way you live? It's great to receive compliments, but we do not have to crave approval from others. And it takes courage to be who you really are. Adhere to higher standards of accuracy. And as Albert Einstein quotes, the ideals which have always shone before me and filled me with joy are goodness, beauty, and truth. So embrace all of who you are and live as your most authentic self. And as Buddha quotes, if you want to be trusted, be honest. If you want to be honest, be true. If you want to be true, be yourself. So know that you are whole and that validation comes from within. Anchor in the power of love, your divine birthright, and radiate the light and love within. Being respectful and truthful in relationships deepen our connections with others. Let your thoughts, feelings, and actions be in harmony. Have the courage to communicate with truth and honesty. Trust inner wisdom and take inspired action. And be grateful. This brings joy and contentment. And in conclusion, truth is freedom that brings relief to the soul. We have clear direction without chaos and confusion. Keep a vision for yourself in the world. And as Gandhi quotes, be the change you want to see in the world. Move beyond frustration and doubt and resolve within yourself to be truthful. It makes life simple and less complicated. Seek truth and share it accurately with others to build stronger relationships and communities. You will live a more authentic life, become more confident, build trust, and be respected. We demonstrate the benefits of a strong moral compass. And most importantly, you will love who you are. Our love in action practice is to live your truth. Journal on your beliefs and values. How do they make you feel? How are you living? What are you saying? Are you congruent with what you say and how you act? Be the observer of yourself and engage in healthy and gentle self correction and see where it takes you. Feel free to email your insights and experiences, Jean72Farish at yahoo.com. I close with my excerpts on inner truth and self discernment. Inner truth. The spirit of truth is your inner guide and light. What is within grows in power, meaning, and action. Respect your truth. Walk honorably in your truth. Follow your heart and do what matters most. Be pure in heart with goodwill towards self and others. Be true to yourself. The truth will set you free. Self discernment. Trust the wisdom in your heart that is pure, peaceful, and gentle. Inner knowing resounds inner truth, bringing clarity, courage, and stability. Be not deceived by false promises. Trust and honor your truth and allow quiet time for reflection. Trust your gut feelings to guide your choices. You will not be led astray. This is Dr. Jean Marie, your Love Light host. And remember, an empowered self is a loving self. And keep your love light shining. It's all about love. Feel free to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in.